Welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno and we are here for the UK premiere of Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance 3D.
Experience the passion. Immerse yourself in the magic. And witness the worldwide phenomenon like never before. In astonishing 3D.
So how does this compare to other live performances that you've directed before?
It was a different approach. I mean, I think the fundamental thing about this show is that it's a dance show, and dance is therefore the most important part of it. Where the 3D worked really well was the fact that we weren't having to push a huge amount of drama into our camera work. We could let the drama play out in front of us. Often when you shoot live concerts in 2D, you use 2D techniques, zooms and whip pans and all those types of effects to create energy. But with Lord of the Dance and with 3D in particular, you don't need to do that. You can just let the action play out in front of you. And so yeah, that was really the approach with it.
And nobody knows Lord of the Dance quite like Michael. So what was that like for you? Were you encouraged to bring ideas to the table, or was it more restrictive than that?
No, absolutely. I mean, I was very fortunate because I worked on all the screens content for the show itself. So when we were in production rehearsals creating the screens content, Michael was very involved in that, had an abundance of ideas. So we went through that process together. So then the filming of the show became an extension of that. So no, it was an absolute pleasure to work with. It really was amazing, fantastic, very inspiring.
Yeah, well, definitely. And what about the sets? I believe you created new sets specifically for the film.
Well, specifically with the screens, we decided to layer the screens. So the 7 screens in columns, we put layers into them so that applied more depth to the whole stage. One of the beauties of the show is the fact that the stage is very empty, so that allows the dancers a full amount of space to perform in. And from a 3D point of view, that gives you a very deep stage to work with.
Tonight, this is going to be the greatest show of my life.
Let's dance!
So, what made this the right time for you to bring Lord of the Dance to the big screen and in 3D?
You know, 3D is mad exciting to me. I just think it's really cool, it's new, it's exciting, and it's a great new way to see things. I think it's the way of the future, I really do. When you watch things in 3D, it's hard to go back to watching things in 2D, especially if it's done right. What you won't get are gimmicks or little tricks to throw things in your face and make you jump. This is very subtle. I think it's done very tastefully, and it's done on film, it's not on video. So for me, that gives it a real rich, clear feeling that I love. So the timing was right. The troupe is at its peak. I got a few more miles left on me, so it seemed to be the right time to step up to the plate.
You have directed yourself in the past, but you've got somebody else at the helm. What was that like? You must have had a lot of trust in them.
Oh yeah, Marcus is a brilliant man. Great patience, great attention to detail, open-minded. We worked on a lot of it together, and that was fun because he's a great man and I admire him, and I think he has all the qualities that a great young director should have, and hopefully we'll do some more things together.
Have you had to change anything about the choreography of your show to encompass the 3D?
Well, yeah, sure, of course. Things had to be moved and changed all the time. We added numbers. We amped up a lot of the men's numbers and the pyrotechnique. The stage had to be all adapted and changed, which is important. We wanted more depth of field on the stage with the screens and a lot more colorful costumes. But it was all worth it. You know, there's 3 times as many people, 3 times as many cameras for the 3D. It's 3 times as expensive, but hopefully you won't be disappointed.
3 times more fun?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
What still inspires you about Lord of the Dance?
I just think it's magic. It's the greatest show in the world. I've got the greatest dance team of all time in this show, and it's an honor for me to be out front, fronting it. It's just an old-fashioned good versus evil story. Hopefully the good guy wins tonight, but we won't know till it's over. And in fact, there's a hell of a bad guy in here, so keep your eye open for him.
Mystery, the music, the magic like it's never been seen before as Michael Flatley brings Lord of the Dance 3D to the cinemas. I'm Claire Bueno and you're watching Premier Scene.
Michael Flatley, the Lord of the Dance 3D motion picture event. You haven't really seen it until you see it like this. Hurry before the magic disappears.